Hey YouTube, haven't been on here for such a long time. I can't actually remember the last time I made a video. The time lapse has been crazy. Anyway, a lot has happened since then. I've had a major milestone, and I don't know about you, but I always find that when you have a birthday of significance, you have this time of reflection. Like when it's a big number, there is a real significant time of reflection. And you tend to go over the years, you tend to look at the positive wins, and you also tend to look at the things that weren't so pleasing or displeasing, should I say, the decisions that you could have made differently. But anyway, for those who don't know me, I'm Pamela Ruth. I've had my YouTube channel here for a lot of years, but not really done anything with it. And I thought, maybe it's time that I do start speaking and taking this a little bit more seriously and share parts of me that I feel are poignant and that will help others and that will add some sort of value. So I come from a family of 6 siblings, and yes, it's a big family. But as a firstborn, I've always found that the responsibility of being the leader or having leadership qualities has been significant in terms of being exemplary, trying to be the one that pulls the family together. It doesn't always work, but hey ho. I'm a mother of 2. And I also have 2 living parents who are amazing people. I thank them so much for everything that they have deposited into my life. But what I want to talk to you about today is more about the regrets that we have along the way and how they can get you into a rut and feeling stuck for a lengthy period of time unless you come to address them. So I had my biggest joy are my 2 boys, but my biggest regrets are the marriages that didn't work out, the divorce processes that broke my heart and left me in bits. And I look upon those and reflect on how could I have managed those better? What choices could I have made significantly to have changed the outcomes of those relationships? And I go back to the Bible. I go back to the fact that God intends for us to be happy. God is the embodiment of love. He is the highest point of human relationships. He instructs us clearly not to be unequally yoked, but time and again, we find ourselves with the bad boy or the bad girl. We look at the outwardly physical appearance and not look at the actual substance of who they are spiritually. And then we don't align. We don't align our values. We don't align our cultural views. We don't align our spirituality. And this then becomes a massive problem along the way. Anyway, that's enough about that particular thing that I've learned. And I think over the couple of next weeks, I will probably expand a little bit more on the topics. But this video more is about the reflection that I've had over the past month. So my birthday was on the 2nd of November. So today is the 30th. And tomorrow will be the 1st of December. So I feel like a whole month has passed. I feel like that's been enough time for me to sit down and actually look at how things are lying on the land. Anyway, I am getting ready to work. I'm on a night shift tonight. So the second thing is my change in character. I used to be a very angry person. I used to be, woe is me, the world is against me, how could this happen? And that whole shift in personality, having a mindset change, stopping to blame my parents, my upbringing, my surroundings, my socialization, the job that I did, the choices that I made was quite a significant shift for me, because that really can get you stuck for the longest time. It can get you stuck so much that addiction creeps in, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's addiction of substances, whether it's addiction in the form of not looking after yourself, self-care, overeating. At some point, I was really, really heavy in my weight and I wasn't happy. I was in a place of depression. I was drinking a lot. I didn't feel that I was worthy of love. I didn't feel that I was valued by anybody. I didn't like my appearance. I avoided being in certain spaces or attending certain family gatherings because I felt less of a person. And I only addressed that 2 years ago in terms of better weight management. So the third thing that I wanted to touch on is friendships. I lost some really amazing people over the last decade, and that has had such a significant impact on my life. One of the friends was a confidant to me. She was somebody that I cherished and loved so much, and we used to talk. We were in a routine, believe it or not. Every Saturday we would talk. She was across the oceans, across the pond. I was in England, and we'd map out a whole 2 hours and we'd just talk on life. And what I loved so much about her was the fact that she was raw with me. She would tell me as it is. She would say, no, Pammy, you are wrong. You need to change the way in which you do things. You need to change attitude. You can be better than that. You can do better than that. You need to manage certain expectations and manage certain levels of who you are versus what the world's expectation is of you. And she was my heart, and yeah, I loved her and I love her still. And I know that God has always had me in his embrace. As he says, he is close to the brokenhearted. I lost another very significant friend to cancer, and then I lost a brother to suicide, a cousin brother. So the change of the landscape was very significant for me, and all of these relationships made me reflect on the management of my own relationships with people. Within those happy times, there was also betrayal, a lot of betrayal. And I didn't see any of the betrayal coming. I just thought I was an amazing person. I just thought that I was just, everybody loved me. Everybody cared for me. There were boundaries and lines that were crossed, and I took a blow. And it was a wake-up call. And part of me also said, well, actually, maybe nobody does really care as much as you think they do. And maybe you should stop thinking that way as well. Maybe nobody does care. Maybe everybody is selfish. Maybe everybody's just minding their own little pot and getting on with life. And so that doesn't mean that I need to stop being who I am. You don't need to change the person that you are because other people have decided to be exploiters or to hurt you for their own gain, or make poor decisions in the moment without the thought or repercussion of their actions. But I think that the lesson that I learned from that is forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the biggest of life's lessons, because when you can forgive the people that have hurt you significantly, the people that have wronged you, the people that have taken you for granted, taken your love for granted, then you don't become the cancer. You then stop the spread of the nastiness, of the evil, as it were. It stops with you. And therefore, you get to carry on. God thankfully has given us a memory to remember who the snakes are and not to go back into the snake pit, and to make sure that we tread with better caution. And as we move forward, we then can make better choices. And I believe that God will send you the kingdom partners, the kingdom relationships, partnerships, people that you're meant to converge with and who are meant to align with you and cross your alignment. And resting in that peace and the knowledge that God's got it on wrap, for me, is more than enough, because what is the same Proverbs? That we should acknowledge him in all our ways, and he will direct our pathways, but He also will make our pathways straight. And so if they were crooked, meandering, you name it, God has got this, and He will bring you in alignment with the people that are meant to be your soul tribe, the people that are meant to be your people, that will elevate you, that will support you, that will encourage you, that will love you. I watched a video the other day, please excuse my flu. I watched a video the other day about a palliative nurse who was giving the 5 regrets that people have when they're close to death. And one of those regrets, which really stuck out and resonated with me, is what I'm talking about now. That they regret not spending time with the people that they loved and with their friendships. And you need to cultivate, you need to water into those relationships. You need to invest the time. And I have this mantra, and I always say, we prioritize the things that we love. We put those on the top of the list. I mean, it's obvious that your spouse will be on the top of your list, your boyfriend, your partner, your children, and your family by default. Whether you want to spend the time with them or not, they kind of draw you in. But what about the significant friends that have been there with you through the thick and thin? And then there may be people that you don't want to be around. Maybe you need to ask yourself, why? Why don't I want to be around those people? Why is it that I don't want to spend time? Maybe they don't bring out the best qualities in you. Maybe they make you feel a certain way. Maybe they make you feel belittled, or they undermine you, or they make you feel less of a human being. And that's not what you want. You want to leave a mark on the world, having loved and experienced the highest level of it. Which brings me to the 4th thing that I really sat down and thought a lot about, and that's legacy planning. So as you approach the afternoon of your life, you realize just how short life is. You realize how insignificant the time that goes by. That, yes, it's been significant, but actually life is just a mist, like it says in the Bible. It's just a short span of time, and then it's gone. And then what were you here for? What did you achieve? Did you even acknowledge your purpose? Did you fulfill your purpose? Did you initiate your purpose? Did you get to do that thing that you really felt that you were here to do? Did you learn the lessons? Did you impart knowledge and wisdom? Did you hug somebody? Did you love somebody? Did you take the time to care? Were you there for the people that mattered? And for even the people that didn't matter, the smile that you exchanged on the street, the orphanage you went to visit on your last voyage to India or Africa, the time that you spent speaking to your mom when she was feeling low, or the time you spent going to your sisters to give her advice and wisdom in part on your own experience. The people that resonated towards you because they were attracted to something that you had in you that was of so much significance. Did you do that public speaking? Did you take that voyage? Did you impart wisdom and knowledge to those who are still coming up and climbing up the ladder? The ones that are coming after you, the ones that you intend to leave this legacy to. So in closing, Proverbs, an amazing book in the Bible. You read one a day. Solomon, the knowledge, the wisdom that he asked of God. It is so significant. We cannot meander life without it. And so gain some knowledge from there. Proverbs actually said that, a wise man, I'm paraphrasing now, something about a man gaining knowledge, but a wise man leaves a legacy. And that's now the point at which I think everyone needs to be in reflection of, whether you're 20, whether you're 30, 40, 50, what are you going to be leaving behind? What is it that you are going to be known for having done? Not just the riches and the wealth and the life insurance, but did I leave my mark? Did I impart my wisdom? Did I love and care? Did I leave my knowledge? Did I make the world a better place? Did I impact the world in any way? These are the things that I am dwelling on at the moment. And so I shall see you tomorrow, YouTube. Have a great night. Thank you for your time. And if you liked any of this, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and let's take this journey together as we approach the planning, the afternoon of life, the adventures yet to come, and the lessons learned. Mwah. Pamela Ruth.